Good morning, fans of Rando. Welcome to another presentation of the Link to the Past Randomizer Open League, Season 5. We are in the second round of brackets, and we have a match for you today between the blue Trinexx group, represented by Ascend, and the Spoiler Luck, represented by Technaldo. I am Talon116. I'll be doing some commentary for you today. I'm joined by our trackers, Sarah UX. Thank you for doing the hard work. As we said, this is a second round match between these two. Blue Trinexx group was the third overall seed in the Crystal Division, with a rank of 11-3 out of the Pod Division. Spoiler Luck finished with a record of 9-5 out of the Thievestown Division, and in their first round defeated Rage Against the Manettes to make it to the second round. So, concurrently, Spoiler Luck has a 1-0 lead, but Ascend is looking to tie the rankings up in a casual boots match as our Pendants of Courage players go against each other. So casual boots will have our normal standard start. Our players will start with a sword and boots to make it a little quicker to get started, and then after that, once they get through the escape sequence, we'll be looking at the normal 7-7 defeat Ganon. So our players getting their names in on the ready screen should be ready to start any moment. And there's the countdown clock for Ascend. And here we go. It looks like maybe the uncle message got updated slightly. I don't think I've seen that one before, but starting cape. Alright, our players are going to run up through here and try to hit the uncle area. You'll notice that while they're running, they don't have their sword out. They're not able to actually swing and use the sword until they meet with Uncle, but the game still knows that they have it, so they're able to dash through those bushes. Just some arrows in the secret passage chest. Both players choosing to grab that early magic from those pots could sometimes be useful if you find something in the escape, say fire rods that could make the ball and chain guard a little bit faster. Also could be useful if you find something early like powder and hammer for a check in magic bat. So some players will choose to grab that, some won't. It's kind of just a whatever you want to do. Ascend getting a little tangled up in those early torches. If their dash gives Technaldo just a small fraction of a lead, but we have plenty of ways to go. Yeah, you saw Technaldo there using their sword to bang against that statue to get that guard's attention, and then going underneath to hit that double spin to line that key drop really close up to that chest to be able to grab both items as quickly as possible. That's good routing. Alright, the ball and chain guard getting out of the corner just a little bit for Ascend, and that green guard decided to come over and make things difficult, but great recovery on their part. Oh good, a mushroom! Be interesting after the escape sequence if either other runner wants to route over and just turn that in and then maybe do a small cack skip or not. Well, their runner's getting pretty good RNG from the guards, not getting clipped by a rogue sword poking them out of their dash as they start heading toward the escape, or the back of escape sequence. So we've already seen the map and we've already seen the small keys, so it should be all items from here on out. Hopefully trying to find something decent to give them a clue of where to go. Oh, fire rod, yes please. Alright. 3 more chests in here before we head out to the overworld. Piece of heart, some more bombs, heart container. Okay, I mean, ideally you'd want a little bit more, but we'll take all the bombs we can get right now, and a little bit of health isn't too bad. And a strong 512 for Technaldo, sitting right behind. Looks like they're going to cash in about a 517. And 50 bucks for their troubles out of the Sanctuary. Not a terrible escape, honestly. Both have great times, and the items they got out weren't nothing, so we'll take it. Like both runners are going to go ahead and head for the CAC start. It is kind of the standard, you know, this is what you do. It's a ton of checks. It's good information to prep you for the rest of your journey. The Call of the Mushroom, not strong enough for a CAC skip today. Looks like Ascend is going to skip checking the Lumberjack ledge. It's a good call by them as we only see a piece of heart sitting up there, but an interesting call, having the boots and able to check that right away. But today it is the right one. Repull giving us some 20s. We'll definitely take that for the bottle bender and a flute before going into Kakariko. Just give him a bottle that way, and let's just make it the best one we could possibly start with. Ammunition, bombs, 20 bucks, piece of heart, and Blind Secret Stash has Blind. You are terrible. You need to be a better thief. You can do better. And there's that bottle. And a mirror. Let's just give them everything. Okay. Blindtuck can take some advice from the well. That was pretty great. Well, good thing they got that. So, yeah, able to turn that good bee into $100 from the bottle vendor and gives the $100 right back for their required gloves. Or another bottle with another bee. So, Technolo remembering to turn on the flute and activate it. Ascend kind of on autopilot right now. Hopefully remembers that before they leave the Kakariko area. Overall, pretty great Kakariko. Uh-oh, Ascend. No. Let's be honest, we've all done it. We've all done it. And Ether on the Ether in the library, sure, we'll take that. Yeah, Cindrus has it right in chat, Stackariko. Oh, and a wow. I call dibs on this scene next time I do casual boots, please. So, cape, lamp, starting sword. Yeah, Sin having to do the walk of shame, unfortunately. Yeah, reflecting on something that was said in chat, with all this so early, you kind of wonder what's the one thing that's going to stick our runners this scene. So Technolo going to take that flute and go ahead right up the mountain. Save the old man in the escape, or in the cave. Do a few more checks up here before they go elsewhere and see what's what. The Sin wants to go to... goes right to the dam, okay. Little more health out of the dam. We'll see what the sunken prize is. While the old man gives us $20. Here's your allowance, old young man, for taking me on my walk. Thanks. Looks like Technolo was going to try to set up for a spin speed, but the rocks are in the way. And that's a pretty wet Master Sword, but we'll try that off and use it. Thank you very much. The Call of Aga intensifies with the Master Sword. With the Cane of Samaria sitting in Spec Rock. Alright, looks like both our water palaces are pendants with a red crystal at Paw and Mire. I want to thank Technolo for a nice long map check there so I could gather that, because I am not the fastest at checking those. Okay, sure. Hammer on the desert ledge, let's go. I missed Mini Moldorm Cave, so if there was something exciting in there, chat, go ahead and let me know. But I don't think I saw anyone get too excited, though. Bombos and Blue Mail. Okay, thank you. Okay, there's your Pearl, just sitting on top of Desert Palace. So, no thank you, Aga. Despite all the bait, we will not be seeing you today. Hey, I know it's a little early to be saying this, but what do we need? Like, a bow, Mid's Ice Rod, and maybe Quake. Oh yeah, and Hook. Thank you very much, chat. Like, at this point, just start smashing dungeons, right? Holy cow! Yeah, Technado gonna go ahead and grab the Hera Crystal at 1442 for their first crystal of the match. Sin heading into the Dark World, now having the entire Dark World package, looks around and checks their map, knows what they need to do. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, reflecting Homemade Beer in chat. I mean, you may not need the hookshot, quote unquote, depending on your hover or Molder bound skills. Although, not going to leave anything to chance. It's going to check out Hera Basement. As the Sin grabs their Temperate Sword out of Hype Cave, some money, a bomb refill, a little more money. And I heard you like money, so here's some money for your money. Sin gonna head left here. Probably just do Stumpy, dig game, grab K45, and then we'll see where they want to go. Plenty of dungeons you can start smashing into, so I mean, that's kind of the danger with seeds like this. Your world's wide open. Where do you start and risk, you know, leaving your progression sitting someplace you could have gotten a while ago as well? So, oh my Lanta, come on! Paging Royale to the front as Mitts are sitting in Hera Basement. This looks like a bottle with a fairy in it on Ether Tablet. Don't think we're going to care too much about that. So, Technaldo... I thought checked this already. Yeah. Yeah, okay, good. Remember that the Canis Maria is sitting in Spec Rock. I'm going to run down there and grab that. We know that they're not going to miss their hammer because they have to go into desert for their pearl, so that's not a real risk. Dig game not having anything interesting. Looks like a Sin is just going to head straight back up. Probably going to hit, yeah, going to head into Skullwoods, hit Themestown on their way down, start smashing through some dungeons. A trip to the mountain would really do themselves some service at this point, knowing the goods that are sitting there. Technaldo going to go ahead and look into King's Tomb. Alright, here comes our mushroom check. As, yeah, Sin's gonna go ahead and go into Skullwoods. I'm assuming gonna smash through this. Okay, and Technaldo is gonna go ahead and save scum that mushroom. Just a full heart container for its prize. So Technaldo, having already been into the mountain and done Hera, is going to start pushing their way through the South Shore area. We'll have to eventually get to Desert Palace, but there's no real fear of them missing that. They're not... Unless they really just decide to gamble Aga before that, but I would be pretty surprised. Yeah, that's a good point in chat. Desert is a pendant. I mean, it'd be something to easily not consider, but with the flute, to even just catch a glimpse of the desert ledge would be worth it. Even if you did get like the thought for Aga. Without the flute, then yeah, maybe not. But I think with the flute, I don't think there's a great risk of them missing that. Oh, well, we know where all the bottles are. Alright, Technodog grabbing their pocket change from Ice Red Cave as Sin falls into the fight with Moth. Who, of course, is just going to be an absolute jerk at Sin in that corner, but nope, Sin gets him out, a couple slashes and a fire out shot, down they go. Oh, we're gonna get a pet check. Yeah, nothing much. Not a big surprise considering what we found so far. Waterfall Fairy deciding, hey, since you put this bee, I'll give you another bee. Thanks, Waterfall Fairy. Sin gonna head back into Skullwoods, try to find this last item before they move on their way. And of course it's not just sitting there to make life easier. Zorledge not having anything, don't have enough money for the Kingfish on Technaldo's side, so save and quit, let's see where they want to go. And there's the second item in Skullwoods, just some moms and we're out. Alright, here's the journey over for Technaldo. Gonna see that hammer and get real excited. As Mitz and Mir, a little surprised they didn't just go into the Dark World and then Mir out, but this is fine too. They're gonna be pleasantly surprised by what they find on the torch. Sin gonna do these North Dark World checks since they're already out here. No real good time to do these until now. We saw Bumper Ledge was just 20 bucks. And Graveyard Ledge. Naldo gonna see that pearl and say thank you very much. That's Graveyard. Alright, there we go. Thank you very much for that pearl. Ascend. Just 5 bucks in Graveyard Ledge. Nah, not worth it. We're out of here. Now, Technaldo has been pretty thorough throughout. They are here. I mean, again, Mitz, Flute, Mir, it's easy to get back to this area, but with Desert Palace being green, it is an extra item. Do you just knock it out here, or do you move on? I think I would move on, because, again, you have a ton you can do, but... Yeah, okay, they're gonna Flute away. Yeah, I think with the items that you're stacked with, you're pretty certain you can find the last things you're looking for elsewhere. So they would have been a pretty thorough play if they wanted to take it. All right, Technaldo gonna go ahead and head into Skullwoods, start their journey. There's the 4th sword sitting in the C-shaped house. Let's just put both bows in Thieves Town at this point. Let's just give them all the offense. Alright, first item in Thieves Town, just a little bit more cash. Ascend definitely not hurting for it. Technaldo, before going into Skullwoods, also going to check the pedestal. Definitely not against this play. Easily could have that ice rod just hanging out here, but nope, not today. And looks like Thieves Town's going to have 3 items in the back as our runners start and continue their dungeon clearing. Alright, Technaldo going to take on the Moth. It's a swing and a fire shot in. Going to switch to Hammer. Excellent fight. Great job. Yeah, really strong Moth fight. Never really letting them get too trapped in the corner, and I don't think they even took a hit. So just a piece of heart in the attic of Thieves Town as the Sin continues to push their way through this dungeon. Just a map and blind cell. A couple more items to find in here. Alright, some explosives in the basement. I'm sure they were just storing those for a rainy day. Stereo X, please. I saw that. Sin missing that poke on hit 6. So the blind fight, if you don't know, is very scripted if you do it the first time. If you go through the little dance just like you're supposed to, blind will do the same thing every time, and it's consecutive 9 hits and you're out the door. You miss one though, and that fight can get out of hand pretty quick, but the Sin showing their skill, just able to rope it right back in, no problems, and takes their second crystal, and we're all tied up again. Technaldo, having already done King's Tomb, is going to leave Graveyard Ledge and just continue on their dungeon hunt. We know that's a good thing for them. There's nothing there that they want. So this will save a little bit of time. Okay, Ascend still needs to find those mitts up the mountain, but gonna go ahead and grab this, and then we'll see where they want to go. They have also already checked Hype Cave and the south checks, so continuing in the Dark World doesn't really get them much. So yeah, gonna see a mirror, flute, maybe Pod Eastern area. Nope, this is gonna be their mountain journey. Okay, excellent. This is good for them. They're gonna find some stuff in Hera they definitely want if they check the basement. So Technaldo going to push their way through Thieves' Town. Not going to find much, but it's going to get their third crystal out of this. Assumingly, Sin's going to head up and be able to grab their third crystal out of Hera. We'll be able to do East Death Mountain, and should they hit the basement, we'll also be able to hit Dark Death Mountain. So this would be an interesting set of circumstances. Additionally, if they grab those mitts, they'll be able to dip into TR as long as it's not Quake, and that could lead to some fun interactions if what we need is also in there. A lot of ifs are going to wager on Hera Basement here. Responding to something in chat, the question is asked, is it a little too early to start skipping checks? Normally I would say yes. You're only 30 minutes in. The problem is your inventory is absolutely stacked. All of Pod Eastern is open to you right now. We know that you can get into, I mean, assuming you have the mitts, you can get into Ice Palace too and knock that off. There's tons of fun stuff to do. So skipping in, I won't say the normal thought, but a pervasive thought is that Hera Basement is really slow and no one wants to do it. But unfortunately, there's something there you want. Alright, if you're a fan of the Blue Trinexx group in Ascend, start sending your good positive vibes their way. Yeah, no hookshot, no Hera-Pot, so we're gonna have to do the long climb. Welcome in the Raiders from SpeedGaming Espanol. Welcome to a presentation of the Link to the Past Randomizer Open League. Got a casual boots race here between Ascend and Technaldo. We had a very active and aggressive open with plenty of fun stuff and items for us that has really busted the map wide open. Concurrently, we're basically looking for an ice rod and a bow, potentially Quake and hookshot if we want to cover all of our bases. Great fight by Technaldo, putting that pattern to work, knocking down blind, grabbing their third crystal. Moldorm just melted to the butter sword, no problems. Ascend gonna grab their map. Yay! Realizes there's an item in Hera Basement. You're gonna want to go get that, maybe. And also raises their third crystal, tying up the count. Alright, Ascend, what are you gonna do? Oh no! So yeah, Sin, not seeing the allure of the hair basement because of the long check, decides, nah, I've got plenty of stuff and plenty of dungeons to do. I can just skip this. Not gonna lie, I would have done the same. I'm not a hair basement fan, and if I've got plenty of other things to do, I'm thinking I'll just find it on the way, right? A quick recheck of the restream sees that Ether is the entrance for Misery Mire. Having that, and a lamp in a Samaria, Ronaldo will be able to go in there and finish that dungeon off as well. Just $5 in Graveyard, or in Checkerboard Cave, not that important. I'm gonna skip that out. So this is important. Ascend is able to check East Death Mountain, whereas Technaldo, when they were up here, didn't have the hammer, so wasn't able to check this. So there could be some good stuff here as well. Technaldo deciding not to check Mr. Mire. There's our Quake Medallion in Paradox. Oh, maybe this is just a go to buy some safety potions. Only on 6 hearts and blue mail, and Mr. Mire can hit pretty hard. It may also just be a density thing, you know. Nope, alright, they're going back, okay. I'm not against that safety play at all. Alright, Ascend gonna go ahead and check out the Ice Rod Cave, probably do all the flipper checks as well. Won't really advance the game too much for them. As Technaldo is gonna go inside Misery Mire. This is a dungeon they can complete. Yeah, so Technaldo would like to see anything that points them to another dungeon in here. Bow, Ice Rod, either of those would be great. Just a little baby shield on Lake Halia Island. Not going to really see anyone go for that, I don't think. Ronaldo continues their journey through Misery Mire. Just grabbing keys, opening doors. That's kind of the Misery Mire way for a little bit. Ascend grabbing their replacement bean from the Waterfall Fairy. Thanks a lot. What's that? More keys. What is this, pod? Ooh, great rail clip on the first try. So this is another kind of out-of-the-way check. Technaldo did not have the money for Zora when they came over here. This could be something pretty big, because this is going to be super isolated, I would think. Zora King has nothing. Stop me if you've heard that one before. Alright, small key north of the torch room means the big key is gonna be in the cutscene chest. Light a couple torches. The Sin gonna see that their mushroom turn-in was not really that great. Yep, gotta go ahead and do the save scum as well. Hang on to that mushroom. Having Hammer and Samaria with that mushroom can do that fake powder if they ever get back over there. Then heading back up the mountain could be a Spike Cave play. Ideally, this would be Hair Basement, but we'll see. Into Spike Cave. Still could be important, but not the play that we want them to make. Signaldo in the dark part of Mire checks the map just to confirm, yes, it is Vitreous. Have to be sure sometimes. Oh, just ran out of magic. I believe they have a fairy, though. Not a big deal. Yeah. Hate to waste it there. Wow. The hits just keep on coming, unfortunately. Yeah, Sin really needs one of these long checks to work out and have something buried that Tignaldo's just not going to find for a while, but they are just not paying out so far. Alright, Tignaldo gonna go ahead and pay a little visit to Vitreous here. Gonna use that cape, get as many spins in as possible before their magic runs out. Get one more, there we go. Switch over to NMG strats. Needs to play it a little safe. Does have a potion they can use. Maybe, oh no! Alright, has that fairy. Played it safe, they're okay. And down goes Vitreous. Well done. Just for a piece of heart. So Mire really not giving us anything we want, but with that big key being vanilla, not a lot of ways to save time in there. The Sin heading over to the pod area. Go ahead and mirror, check out Saha's hut. Neither runner has checked this yet. So, Tignaldo not checking... Yeah, I didn't check the big chest or any of that thing, so still looking for that second item. Saha's cave, not really having anything of interest. So, Ascend, go ahead and continue over to the pod area. Hoping to find a bow that they can just knock both these dungeons out. Although diving back into desert looking for that second item as well. They got it just noped out with the hammer and the moon pearl. There it is, and out the door we go. So key and shooter room of pod. So I'm gonna go ahead and push further into this as Tignaldo is gonna fly away and go to Loot to 4. Yeah, they haven't checked Hype Cave yet, so this will be Hype Cave, I assume. It's gonna grab their 4th sword. Technado picking up their bounty of money and a 4th sword. Let's see where they want to go now. Could continue up Dark World into... Oh? Bombos Medallion, maybe? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see Technaldo head up to Dark Death Mountain at some point soon. If nothing else, just to check the medallion on TR. We know that they'll find the Quake up there. That won't be an issue, but... So, considering where the Mirror Flute and Book were, or the Mirror and Flute were in the midst, Book not really super useful today. We could have gotten around it. Yeah, Ascend, man, Pod is just coming up pretty dead and empty so far. Then going through all the checks I've done, realizes not a lot left. And Nope's out to Eastern. Technaldo go ahead and do their dig game for nothing. Interesting, maybe gonna go into the Smith chain here since they're already in this area. Yeah, looks like they're gonna go ahead and go into the Smith chain, knock this sequence out. Ascend starting to run out of places they can go easily. Oh look, the boots. That's 2 items out of Eastern. Hammerpegs showing nothing. Let's see if the Smiths are actual Fletchers today. Oh, and they are! Okay. So Technaldo gonna head follow Ascend's lead and do a fake powder here. If you are out of magic, and you have the Mushroom and Samaria when you get to Magic Mat, if you use the Samaria and then pause, immediately switch to the Mushroom, and then unpause and smash the Y button quickly, the movement action of Samaria is the same as powder. And so the game will just assume, oh, they must have powder, and give it to you. It's kind of a weird thing that just works. Okay, reflecting on something in chat. Thank you very much. I apologize. Fletchers make arrows. Boyers make bows. I apologize. So Eastern coming up pretty dry as well for Ascend. Really starting to limit the places they can go. Yeah, looks like this might be a dip into Pendant Swamp Palace. This goes back to if you've made the decision to skip Hare Basement, it now becomes the last location. If you take any time to go back there and it's nothing, that's just time wasted. So, having already made the choice to skip Hare Basement, you're going to keep living or dying on that choice, unfortunately. Technaldo, on the other hand, having the bow, going to go for the Pod Eastern double. Yeah, we know Quake is in Paradox Cave. We've already seen that on the Ascend side. We know where one of the bows is on the Smith Chain. So basically, we're looking for Ice Rod and then Hookshot, depending on our runner's ability to hover and or mold norm bounce. I do not know what their skills in that area is, but essentially, we're looking for an Ice Rod hunt. Yeah, if Ascend finds the other bow in Swamp, that'll help them finish off Pod Eastern, but that still keeps them away from Hera Basement. But it would eliminate the need, potentially eliminate the need for the Smith Chain. So, could be a benefit, I guess. Ice Rod buried in Swamp would be fantastic. Yeah, reflecting on something in chat, you can't do the Smith Chain without the mitts, so... Yeah, the mitts are hard required to do the Smith Chain to get to the frog in this mode. Inverted, you can get around that a little bit, but not in this mode. Mitts are hard required for the Smith Chain. Just a hard container. Got the big key in the first chest, see if it's anything. Nope, just the map. Just proves there is something on left side Swamp, but no hook shot, so no diver down chances. Gonna have to do this the long way for Ascend. Yeah, I noticed both the runners did that. Now, Ascend didn't have a bow, so her right side of pod, or their right side of pod, wasn't in logic. But Ronaldo did and chose not to do the right side before going into the back, hoping just to find the big key on the way, I believe. It's interesting. I don't think I've seen that too often. I just kind of assumed that if you have the bow, most runners are just going to do the right side before they go to the back. But, you know, whatever works. It's kind of like GT, just because it didn't pay off this time doesn't mean next time it won't work out in your favor. Alright, left side Swamp for Ascend. Really need something to be here like the Ice Rod. That's not gonna do it. Nope. Just a piece of heart and a heart container on left side Swamp. Not required. So not going to make up any time on that. A few bombs and a couple slashes and an arrow, and down goes Helmasar King for Tignaldo. 20 bucks for their troubles, and hey, another crystal. That is 5 for Tignaldo. We'll be grabbing their 6th out of Eastern here very quickly. Just a quick mirror and a route through a dungeon, and they're done. Ascent heading up to Catfish, really starting to get to the end of their possible checks. I'm sure Hair Basement is looming in their mind, unfortunately. Yeah, for Helmasar King, I've seen the bomb strats appear more and more lately. A lot of runners seem to be using it, and it's pretty good. It looks pretty alright, especially if you can time those bomb explosions to hit just right, so you don't have to wait for the cook time to go down. So, I like it. And just arrows on the catfish, not going to help them out. Yeah, Ascend really hanging on to that Hair Basement skip is not going to go face Lenmolis and grab their green pendant. So here goes Ascend, heading toward the back. Yeah, if this green pendant play is something like the Ice Rod, this could be huge. But I feel like we've been hanging that on Ascend for quite a while at this point. They still have a pretty sizable crystal deficit now. Aldo continuing to push their way through Eastern as Ascend heads into the Green Pendant Lenmolis fight. Grabs their compass so they know that Lenmolis was the actual boss of this dungeon and grabs that green pendant. Then go ahead and grab the Agina check, the person that everyone seems to have forgotten. Such an out-of-the-way check, unfortunately. Yeah, old guys in the seed, not super helpful. Then, yeah, gonna go turn on that green pendant. We'll probably be heading back to Hera, or up to the mountain pretty shortly, because I don't know that they have much, if anything, left after this. Oh, that odd jump to the left ruins the, ruins the quick kill, but gets the ice rod off of the Armos Knights. Oh, that's right, they skipped Lumberjack Ledge. Probably gonna head over here and check this too. Nothing you check at this point is gonna feel good, unfortunately. Even if this was the answer. So, Tignado back on the mountain. Has not checked any of the Dark Death Mountain checks, or any of the Light East Death Mountain checks, so lots to do up here in the mountain. It's got to think, you know, if it is Quick, I'm just going to find it up here, and they are correct. Quick is just sitting in Paradox Case, even if they need it. The only thing that could slow them down is the hook shot if they can't hover or a Moldorm bounce, but it's looking like chat is confirming they can. So, yeah. Tignado looking to be in great shape right now. Yeah, this looks like Hera Basement for Ascend. Nothing is going to feel good about this walk, I guarantee it. They know they have nothing left, so anything they find in here is going to be the progression they're looking for. For them, it could be bow or mitts. I'm sure if you're them, you're hoping it's a bow, because mitts go mode is pretty nice, but unfortunately not going to be the answer. Oh, and there's the hook shot, hook in Super Bunny, because of course it is. So had you gone to Desert and gotten your hammer before coming to the mountain, and then immediately after getting mitts, come over here for your Quake hook, and then bow off the Smith Chain right after Thieves Town to go right into Pod Eastern, this could have been an insane jet seat. Yeah, the early game in Light World really stacked our runners with a ton of items. And just a couple optimizations about the order you grab things in, and you could have just blitzed this scene, unfortunately. And yeah, there's the mitts for Ascend. Tignado already checked the Ether Tablet, must really want this bottle with the fair aids of safety. Yeah, I agree. Something in chat that was said, if you've already went to Desert and have that hammer and you have your Dark World access, it's a hard sell to go down to Hera Basement. Tignado doing Spike Cave. Mirror and go to Paradox. You had it. Okay, I mean, getting the hard out of the way checks first, I guess. That's fine. So Ascend gonna start pushing through their dungeons. Still looking for that bow. Still looking for an ice rod. Gonna take down Mizrameyer first. Makes sense. Alright, Tignado in Paradox Cave. Gonna get a couple items out of the bottom and grab their Quake out of the upper Paradox. We'll be in complete go mode, and we'll just burn through TR before heading toward GT. And there's Go Mode at 104.48 for Technaldo grabbing their Quake Medallion. Leaving no chest unopened. He wants all the fluff and all the hearts. I think we're trying to switch MSUs, but it doesn't. Maybe there's no sound output? Alright, Technaldo gonna bust open TR with a very vanilla Quake Medallion. Yep, a little higher. There you go. Oh no, he's out of magic. Oh no, it was a step too low on the pedestal to be able to activate the Quake properly. There, you got it. Oh man, that's awful. Again, we've all done it. Just the worst feeling, having to use that potion there. Ascend, gonna have to be a little careful here on Have a Heart. Alright, Technaldo gonna plow their way through TR. Has everything they need, unless they find silvers or red mail or something like that. Just gonna be looking for the big key and a way out. Oh, red mail was a hookshot kid. Thank you. Oh, yeah. And it's on their tracker, if I would just look. Speaking of trackers, shout out to our tracker, Sarah UX. Thank you so much for doing all the hard work. I know that early game must have been a little chaotic for you. But, yeah, doing the good work, so all I have to do is just talk and pretend like I know what I'm doing. So, thank you very much to them. There's our big key for TR with a nice complimentary key. Really nice key layout for the TR start here. Ronaldo grabbing some replacement arrows, so when they get to GT they have plenty. That's always nice. Alright, Ronaldo just continuing their way through. After stealing the key, is just going to go ahead and skip the big chest, hoping there's no key there. Pretty good chance. Not going to burn them, so we'll have to see. Then going to continue their route through Misery Mire, getting ready to take on Vitreous. Cape and Gold Sword. Just cape and slash, cape and dash, whatever you need to do. They just melt. Plenty of cape magic to go ahead and just give Vitreous the business here. And down they go. And, oh, yes. Bailed out by the laser bridge key. Technology, I'm going to go ahead and check the rest of these chests for silvers, I assume, because why not? Uh-oh. Oh, that might be why. Yeah, it takes the fall and says, nope, that's fine, I'm good. I'm out. Nice Mario block placement. Hitting both the switches and able to dash up and head toward Trinexx. Alright, the Sin, having taken down Victory, is heading back into the Vu area. Probably going to do the Smith Chain. Going to be pretty happy with the results. I would guess would likely do the entire Smith Chain after getting the bow regardless, but I can't blame them. Still looking for an ice rod that could be sitting everywhere and having already been in Pod Eastern. Alright, and down goes Trinexx for Technaldo, which means you know what's up, chat. It is the GT Big Key guessing game. There are 22 possible areas for the GT Big Key to be residing. Go ahead and put a number 1 through 22 in chat where you think it will be. If you guess correctly, and somehow either I or SerioX recognizes that you guessed correctly, your name will be shouted out, and glory will be showered upon you and your descendants. I will be choosing number 4. No reason. Just like the number 4. A lot of 22s in chat, because no one likes to have fun, apparently. And, you know, chat just being chat. Alright, here we go. Technaldo, heading right. Sin, grabbing their bow, is going to do the purple chest. Not terribly surprising. Small key. $300, because we need more money, apparently. Gonna continue right with that small key. Slight misclick on a Sin's part for delivering that purple chest. Not a big deal, though. Another flute, and away we go. Alright, the Sin heading back toward the Pod Eastern area. We know this is where they need to go. Gonna find their ice rod on the Armos Knights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for half magic. Yes, please. Totally worth going right side just for that, right? Red boomerang on the torch. Gonna ignore it. There's nothing sacred in this world anymore. Alright. There we go. Into the DM room for a small key. 9, $20. Have some more money. Compass for 10. Another small key. Gross. Well, just for some bombs and firebar room, because the key is never there. Ever. It's never, ever happened one time that key has been in that room. Alright, this end, gonna push through the right side, gonna find their big key. I would guess probably just head right for the boss, in the hopes of finding the last items there. There is an item in Big Chest, unfortunately, but hopefully for them they just skip it. And 13 in the Fire Snake room. I see Andy Montana has a 13. What else we got? A Follow the Logic has a 13. It looks like Follow the Logic is the first one that gets 13. So, GG's. Well done, good guess. Alright, Technoldo gonna go push their way through the climb. Nothing else they need. The only thing that can make their life better is silvers, but doesn't need them. Going to use the cape strats to get through the cannonball bridge. Plenty of magic with that half magic, so why not? I know they had to use their blue potion to get into TR, so I'm not quite sure what their potion situation is. But again, half magic gold sword, you'll be fine. As Sin gets into the Helmsar King, whips out the hammer, starts going at it old school to get that mask off. Now, I'll be the first to tell you, I'm not super familiar with Tales of Symphonia, but this MSU slaps. Right, down goes the King. Gonna grab their 5th crystal. Mir head right into Eastern and go for the Armos Knights. We'll find the required Ice Rod. Technoldo stops, sees that full magic refill, like, no. I will be taking that, thank you. Technoldo showing off the execution and expertise, just ripping through this climb. I try to mention it when I do commentary, and I'm going to do it here. If you really want to improve your execution in time, put some effort into the GT climb and the escape sequence, because you're going to be doing it a lot. So might as well put the time in where it's going to be pretty useful. Technoldo is going to do some of these checks on the way up, just, I assume, looking for silvers at this point. Why not, I guess. Oh, Moldorm, what are you like? There you go. Technoldo takes his revenge. Just 300 bucks. So, I guess the question is now, chat, where is the silvers? We have Back of Swamp, we have Ice Palace, we have some fetch quests we never saw. Yeah, there's always more of Ganon's Tower. Yeah, that's probably the classic answer, right? It's just sitting behind Ice Armos or some nonsense. The big chest. Oh, Agate's cheating him out of that easy kill with that blue ball. And there we go. 2-2-1-1. Down goes Agate. Here comes Ganon. Here comes the trans-dimensional duck that somehow works in the Dark World now. As the Sin pushes toward the Armos Knights. Sin fires one too many arrows to get the quick kill. But still pretty quick. That last one right in the center of the room. Grabs their Ice Rod. Probably shakes their head a little bit. But Technoldo in the Ganon fight with Gold Sword. Switching over. Yep, there's the dash strats. letting Ganon know exactly what they think of him. Yeah, warp patterns, not too terrible. Did you find the arrows in the back of Swamp Palace? As it turns out, we did not. So that's pretty unfortunate for Ascend too, because they did dip Swamp and did all the bad side of it, but unfortunately that other bow just sitting in the back. Alright, Chignado just going to do some spin to win, setting up some of those triples as best they can. Oh, just missed it. And down goes the pig. Chignado raises their sword, just waiting for that bridge to come and lead them to the Triforce room. Get your GGs in chat for Chignado and the team of Spoiler Luck. And there it is. It's going to finish first place in this race with a 1:21.33 on racetime.gg. GG's. And yeah, it looks like Ascend, having seen the results in the race room, is going to go ahead and put in their forfeit. Does not want to finish this, and I cannot blame them. Get your GGs in chat for them as well. Let's see if we can get them in for an interview, potentially. And as I say that, we are joined by Ascend. GG's.
Yeah, GG.
Yeah, that was a rough one.
Yeah, I tried everything.
Yeah. Well, and we were commenting too as it happened, there was just so much in the beginning, and so much was open. Especially going to Desert and getting the Hammer and the Pearl first. I would have made the same play. I would have skipped it, and I'd have been super punished for it.
Yeah, this is always on my side, always the one skip that cost me my game.
Yeah, it's the story of Rando, right? It's not what you do right, it's that one thing that you just happen to skip, and this time it was pretty biting. And then we found out that the other bow was actually in Swamp Palace, and when you made that dip, we were thinking, okay, if you pull that out, maybe it's something we can work with, but of course it's in the back where you couldn't get to.
Yeah. I already had in mind after pulling the mids, okay, perhaps just run for Ice Palace. I knew this was not winnable anymore, or by just an obscure play like like dipping ice or something like this. But then I found what was it, the Ice Rod on Armors, and then I did know, okay, Chignado could hover. I think he can do that, and so I knew this. Yeah, it was over.
Yeah, we had some members of chat commenting that Chignado could in fact hover. They actually found the hookshot as well, so they didn't actually need to, unfortunately. So take us back to the beginning. You both blitz through the escape with great times, and then you just start pulling everything under the sun to just fill your inventories. And then you make the call to hit the swamp, or I'm sorry, to the dam, and then go over to the desert area, and you get your hammer and your pearl. Are you thinking? What were you thinking? Was it one of those like, okay, what's gonna trip me up, or is it okay? Here's my new PB because everything's in front of me.
More like the second one, because so much more gets open, and I knew, okay. There was the two plays where I chatted with Chignado already. It would either be go to the mountain, do Hera for something, or go to desert. And for me, it was okay. Go to desert, and I thought, oh hey, I have my Dark World access, so I thought, no, Hera must more or less I hope for it to be empty, and that you just needed to go there and get your Dark World access and run through the Dark World and have most of it. Yeah, so to a new PB or to a God route, so to say. But yeah,
and
we know the end result.
Well, I mean, I would agree. I think that what you did worked out better, because when you went to the mountain, you had that hammer to check East Death Mountain, and again, had you gotten your mitts, you would have been able to do Dark Death. You would have seen that the Quake that you needed was actually over there. The Hookshot happened to be in Super Bunny Cave as well, and then Smith Chain, go get your Ice Rod, and you were off to the races. So yeah, it was just, unfortunately, we're in Brando, we're always looking for that thing that we can skip to speed up our time, and unfortunately this time it was pretty biting.
Yeah, it was so much other stuff at Green. I thought about perhaps doing the basement after the mountain, but I do not why. I don't remember why I did not. This was one option I thought about. Okay, if nothing is on the right side, perhaps bomb jump over and get to Hera, and perhaps Spy Cave was also open. Do this. Should have done that, I think.
Well, and after the right side, you actually went back and started to climb, and the chat was going crazy. We're like, yes, this is the call, go back to Hera Basement, and then you did Spike Cave, and we're like, oh, darn it.
Yeah. At that moment, I was thinking, no, if it was something there, perhaps it was perhaps a little bit early to think this would be my end.
Yeah, and agree.
If there was something, I should have done it.
Yeah, and it's easy to go back and say that now. Yeah, I should have done that. But again, it was one of those things, you had made that call, and then once you've made that decision, if you go back and it's nothing, it's just time you're giving up. So you lived and died by that, unfortunately, and today didn't work out, and the next 2 races you do, it's going to work out for you. So that's how it goes.
Yeah, so I'm sad that now our third team member has all the pressure that is possible for him to win his game. So we could perhaps now make a how do you call it, a sweep or a swoop? I do not know.
Yeah, it's a sweep. Well, yeah, we'll definitely be watching. Do you know when that third game is scheduled for, or no?
Yeah, this would be Tuesday.
Okay. And who's playing that race?
The race will be The Thing versus Buddhisman.
Excellent. All right, yeah, we'll definitely have an
5 p.m. CET, so 11 EST?
That's correct. Yeah, we'll definitely have eyes on that race. Would definitely love to call more between these two teams. Like I said, very good records and great runners coming out of the initial groups and into playoffs. So, all right, again, GGSN. Sorry I didn't go your way this time. Any final thoughts?
Oh, Buddhisman was there 6 p.m. CET, so 12 p.m. EST, isn't it? It was 1 hour wrong there. So other things, thank you for commentary and tracking. And other than that, I wish everyone happy holidays.
Thank you. Same to you. Yeah, I definitely want to shout out again our trackers, UX, doing the hard work. Especially in the beginning, had plenty to do. For more from the league, there is an Invitational League match, Game 5 at 2:10 Eastern between Scottish Brave and Zen Arcane versus Aldi Wash and Plasma Kappa in a co-op retrant. That match is going to be super hype, as it is a Game 5, and there's it will be commentated by Tyler Salt and Wolflink. So if you want to hear some top-tier commentary and even better gameplay, be sure to check that out at 2:10. But as for this race, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Again, thanks to both our runners, Tignaldo and Asin. GG's to both. GG's to Spoiler Luck, as they take a 2-0 lead in this playoff. And then, it comes down to Tuesday, and they're match 3. But I have been Taillian116. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you, chat, for keeping me honest. That's all. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you next time.